Hello and welcome to Sheila's Kitchen, where professionalism doesn't exist and winging it and making it work does, where you can learn about baking, cooking, and hair dyeing.
Disclaimer, Sheila's Kitchen is only for the top, highest VIP class. Those trespassing will receive these certain symptoms: death, diarrhea, constant vomiting, and, the effects if you eat Taco Bell and Chipotle in one meal. You have been warned.
Now, I'm your host, Saffron, and here on this cooking show, we're going to teach you how to make a lovely raspberry tart. Okay, so, if you want to pan over here, today we are making a raspberry tart. And these are our ingredients. Now, here's what you need to make the tart. You're going to scroll that down. The sugar is representative of the talk of the people. The butter is the president that makes or break the law. Without him, the law wouldn't be able to form, just like the crust or the filling. And the same goes with the flour, which represents the House of Representatives, and the wafer cookies as a Senate. Now, for the direct needs of what you need of each ingredients, so this little section right here is the crust. So you need exactly 32 vanilla wafer cookies. Any more and you will destroy the universe. 2 tablespoons of sugar, half teaspoon of salt, which also you need some butter in here to make sure that the crust actually becomes a crust and combines, because cooking. And then for the filling, you are going to need a half a cup of sugar, 2 eggs, a pinch of salt, which is already in the sugar. Not really, you're just going to see it later. 1/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter diced, and then 10 ounces of fresh raspberry. And I'm choosing to mix up this recipe a little bit, which I'm going to be adding some chocolate, which you'll find out later. So, an undiscernible amount of chocolate. So, if you want to pan back over me. So, after we go over this, I just want to say that the raspberries are the bill itself, or what will be covered by all the things, and the rest of them we'll talk about later, so why the significance and everything about that. But what you need to know about right now is that the flour represents the House of Representatives, the wafer cookies again represents the Senate, the butter represents the president, and the sugar represents the talk. Alright, cool. So, welcome back. Right now we're going to be making the crust, which will represent the House, or the bill going to the House of Representatives or the Senate. Or if it is a bill concerning money, it'll go straight to the House of Representatives first. So in that case, our bill is going to be about money. So with this, we go with the butter, which we have figured out off camera, but we probably need a 1/4 cup of softened, unsalted butter to work with mending everything together, and it will both act as our eggs in the situation, which is represents the committees, which brings the cookies into the clump. Clumps are groups of people as they talk about the bill. So once we do this, we're going to go ahead and add these cookies into the food processor. And by the way, I did count out all 32 of these cookies. So yeah, I'm actually surprised that I got it in this small container. So now we got the cookies in. And we're also going to be putting in the butter. This nice, lovely looking butter. And let me just look back at my recipe real fast. Ooh. I managed to already mess up a step. But, like I said, professionalism, it's not in the name. It's called winging it and making it work. So, this is when, as in the groups, we add the sugar, or the move-specific form action, which is basically where they debate about the bill. So we're gonna put this sugar in, tap that all out, and I love how it also says that it says nowhere in the directions where to add the salt, so I'm gonna add the salt right now, and we're just gonna like combine it all together. And the salt is the rules for the debate, because you know senators and people can be salty, but it is the rules to set up for the debate of like what to talk about and what you can and cannot add to this bill as they put in the debate. So we put all that in. We're going, if you want to come up a little bit close, we can get a close-up on this. So we're going to put that on. Then we are going to turn this on first, and then we're going to pulse this. Hi, okay, welcome back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Apparently, I had this on backwards. So, of course, it's gonna let this blend out, and we're cut back to when this is all done and finished, okay? Alright, so something I also need to add is that we also need to preheat the oven for 350. Or we could do convention bake, so yeah. Alright, and over here. It looks like it's set up well, and now it goes into the oven for 350 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes as this bill goes on the waiting list for the Senate to look at it. Alright, so we're going to interrupt this program with a little introduction or a little segment with my flat kitten and my flat cash. All the way from Lincoln. I'm gonna say hi. They come to join our cousin with their flat Stanley. Now they're gonna go off into their little Chex Mix bath and eat. They're just gonna eat that. There you go. They can gorge. So going back to the cooking. So now the same process goes with the House, so the same process that went with the House of Representatives as the bill goes to the Senate, where they vote for it, or where it gets introduced and they vote for it, and when it gets called, the House of the Rules gets told for the debate, and they fight, debate about it, which represents the whisking. So, as for example, we're gonna, in a large bowl, we're gonna get the sugar, which again represents the talk of the people, the eggs, which will actually act as the groups this time and not have a little mess up with the butter. There you go. 1 egg. Then we got 2 eggs. A little messy, but it's fine. Then, since I forgot that there's a dash of salt happening, I'm gonna wipe off my fingers right there. We're going to the pantry over here. Get some salt. A little bit of that discussion in. Wait, little pinch. All you need. You got a reference. And then we lock this, and we are going to whisk this. So until so we're gonna whisk this, mix it up and everything, and then we are going to add the vanilla extract and the flour. So as you know, the flour is the people of the Senate, and the vanilla, it is with the House voting compromises. So if they find something wrong, if the Senate finds something wrong with the bill and they want to change it, they need to also talk to the House and make compromises to see if it can pass, or they can make a compromise on what the bill changes. So we're going to add that vanilla extract right there. Then we're going to add the flour. And then we're going to let that mix until it's smooth. So, as that is mixing and smoothing, actually the pan, this pan is going to work. So, we're going to come over here, and with this, as that little filling is showing that the president is going to hear about it, and so with that, if my oven will light, thank you. So with that, the butter, which is the president, is going to get heated up, and we're going to stir it until it is brown in the pan. Yep, we're going to cook the butter until it's brown in the saucepan. And my handy dandy dad's behind the camera right now. What do you suggest I should use for the utensil?
Wooden.
Some this?
Yep. Make sure the heat's not too high.
Like a fork?
Sure.
Alright. So if you want to come in and get this nice action. It's not a saucepan, but a cast iron. So we're going to cut back to like when this is brown.
There you go.
Alright, so now we got the butter. We're going to set this down over there. So it's now all nice down brown. Alright, set this back up again. Then we're going to pour it in and mix it until it is creamy. That's a nice slow process. And there we go. Now we wait till it's mixed. So welcome back. We're putting the finishing touches on our tart. So we got this, and then a little that of the middle, and then we're going to get our powdered sugar, which I didn't mention earlier, but I thought it would be a great little addition to the tart. So we put this on the side and try not to top it. Alrighty. And there we go. This bill has become a law.